Carl, what about you? Going up against Aurora Turkey, are you excited for that?
Opo, excited din ako makalaban sila. Alam ko yung capabilities nila kasi sa MSC nakalaban namin sila and respetuhin namin sila.
Their approach against Selangor Red Giants, but Trex now to the Karltzy.
Oh, a lot of damage on a Pagu. Forces trying to get away, but first blood goes over to
Approach against Selangor Red Giants. Hanford?
Oh, gank up in the top. Watford able to dash back. Karltzy also getting caught up though. TNZ with the steed trying to move in. Can they get the kill? Yes, Lunar picks it up. And now Sanford in trouble as well.
Whoa.
Lunar goes under the tower, looking for one more shot, but Lunar has to back off. In a bad spot though, Sanji almost spots him. Turtle coming up, Pagu able to lock on. Rosa looking for positioning as well. And a bit of airstrike comes down. Sanji pushed back and taken out. Pagu now onto the Turtle, may fall as well. Oheb able to pick up the kill. Oheb steals the Turtle and JP is low. But Lunar stands in the midst of two members and Rosa finds a double kill. Aurora Gaming, it's back and forth.
Biggest conditions you have to take note of when it comes to the Turtle, but Oheb, close call there. But speaking of Oheb, he literally turned things around in that fight.
Phantom Steed once again gonna get sandwiched up by JP here. The Tsunami Slam back though. Oheb goes down. TNZ might be able to just get away. He does. What? AOG misses. JP, where are you going? Into the tri-bush now. Pagu. What? Here up on the top side though. A gank on a Sanford. More damage. JP brought low. Trying to get some health back, but it's 4-1, and there's just no escape. JP pushed back once more. That airstrike. TNZ gets the kill, and now Lunar's passing. But wait, the damage from Karltzy. Just too much.
They source advantage, but they still gotta be careful because TNZ used the Phantom Steed.
Yep, JP doesn't have the AOG either, but there's the Mountain Shocker already. Will they actually go for this?
Slam doesn't use it. Finally catches Sanford. Sanford able to lock onto Rosa with a flicker back. Sigiboom comes in with a blazing duet. A lot of damage lands onto Lunar. Lunar needs to try to back up. Turtle does go into the hands of Team Liquid. Nobody goes down though.
Yeah. It works so well. Able burst damage just yet to come from Team Liquid. Oh, but Oheb with the setup.
Cloud brings back Rosa. Rosa taken out.
Plays department, right? The big team fights, but the slow build, AOG!
He does connect onto DNZ, plus a Black Dragon and a Petrify. It's a whole lot of damage, and the Phantom Steed does come out, but it's just not enough. He's fighting back. TNZ!
What?
Able to get away, and now JP pays the price for the chase, but he's still standing there. Sigiboom into the backside with a blazing duet. Able to be on my back.
Whoa.
He also survives. Pagu's still standing, but Oheb isn't having it. Able to get the kill. Sigiboom needs to get back under the tower. This is grade A MLBB right now. Rosa onto Oheb. Carl! The kill, and Karltzy joins the fight along with Sanford.
We've seen TNZ's always been surviving, but there's a Black Dragon form and the AOG. Oh!
Has to use a Tsunami Slam just to get away there. Sanford though, able to get the big damage onto Rosa. Here's Tsunami Slam onto Sanford, and now Sanford's pushed back. TNZ shows up out of nowhere and gets the kill. And Lunar once again just harassing Oheb.
These fast rotations and plays that are coming from Aurora Gaming.
TNZ able to push back. Karltzy goes down. Rosa picks up the kill, and ice shifting clouds on multiple members. Oheb! But wait, the Tsunami Slam, Oheb goes down as well. TNZ still standing strong. Sigiboom beam eyes to the side. He's gonna
Too good. They're too good at choosing timings and choosing when to fight. They know when a crucial member of Liquid is down. Sanji!
Might not be able to get away from this one. Another airstrike wipes him off the map.
And the Amon gonna show up, Tsunami Slam!
Pagu able to get the pick on Oheb. Oheb might not be able to take this. Gets away, but Lunar tries to grab him, has to back up, and AOG defensively from Team Liquid. Aurora Gaming now waiting for the Lord to come down on the top side.
Okay, this is the 100% win rate of the Euros that we're talking about here. Lord still full HP. Rosa!
In a little bit of trouble, forced to use the flicker back. Lunar brought down to about 20%. Able to just get away. Aurora Gaming just playing the range right now. TNZ comes in with a Phantom Steed, brings him back into the feathered airstrike, the shifting clouds from Oheb, but is it enough? Tsunami Slam. Sanford now into the back line as well. Black Dragon goes out, Oheb goes down. TNZ able to get the kill, and Aurora Gaming are advancing.
They got waves, Sigiboom's on the base already. One more base turret left.
My gosh.
Right, a nice Tsunami Slam once again lands on Sanford, and Sanford is gone! It's 3v5 right now! Aurora Gaming with an 8K gold lead and a wave coming in!
Okay, Karltzy and Sanji are there. They still have ways to clear, but Rosa!
Strike, they won't be able to defend. TNZ takes out JP. Another wave of minions coming down the top side. It's Sanji, Karltzy up again. They're on it! If there's a team that could do it, they could try, but Sigiboom with a blazing duet to clear out the map. They lock onto the base, and they take game number 1.
10 minutes and 54 seconds. The Lucas ain't Lucasin right now, and in the 1v1.
I mean, it's literally Naruto versus Naruto right now. Lunar up against Sanford, and Sanford gets a Terrify. One more shot. Luckily, Lunar gets away, but watch for it.
Sanford.
Gonna go. Oh! He misses.
It's just such a huge anime fight that we are going to see constantly in the XP lane if we get to focus a bit more.
Oh, a three-man RWM. Rosa immediately taking out Oheb. With the clouds under the tower a little too long. TNZ actually able to get that kill, making it a decent trade. Rosa
Have been an okay trade for Aurora Gaming.
Oheb could have went out. Oh,
a lot of damage on a TNZ. The thing about the Hilda at level 4. Nice for that airstrike though, followed up by the falling Star Moon. JP might not be able to get away from this one. Pagu. Oh, the Fist Crack, and Siggy Boom picks up the kill.
Matchup, Heat versus the Farsa, 4-1. Hold on, Oheb's gonna be ganked.
Oheb taking a lot of damage. Brought down Oheb once again, just able to get away. Siggy Boom.
he still gets Barbiel though, but with that IMU unleash the beast,
Sanford.
he's gonna take them 1v2.
Damage on a Sanford. Sanford able to bring out the blast on a Lunar. TNZ up against Sanford. Sanford bullying back 2 members on his own, and Pagu taken out off camp.
JP!
JP looking for more. TNZ brought low. Karltzy trying to lock on. JP in a bad spot. Karltzy gets the Mountain Shocker. Lunar still will be able to get...
Honestly, the way that Liquid are playing this lineup so far has been really, really well. They've been coming in from the most unexpected angles. Now it's Sanford once again on the Unleash the Beast.
Ooh, onto the next target, but he's able to get back safely under the tower. But down goes Rosa. Sanford with the pickup.
All right. Now they're trying their best to deny all the resources. This is not what Aurora has been through in the previous game. Another Unleash the Beast.
They're going for it all in. Sanford picks up the kill. And it's Lunar down and return to tier 1.
A lot of damage on a Pagu. We are back on the map. Sanford taking too much damage. TNZ picks it up.
That was when they were ahead. Now that they are behind, I'm not too big of a fan of this. And Karl goes in with a Mountain Shocker. They want to gank Pagu.
Pagu gets caught by the Mountain Shocker, taken out. Another kill for Karltzy.
At them and bite a lot of Time Lord space for Liquid. Now they're on to TNZ.
Oh, Sanji able to catch TNZ. TNZ might not be able to get away. Oheb. Force to use a Winter Crown. Lunar's waiting for him to come back. Lunar picks up the kill. Feathered airstrike from Rosa. But Sanford gets the Terrify onto Rosa. Karltzy into the backside. JP jumps in as well. Gets caught with a Fist Crack. Pushing Aurora back under the base to use what you think is a good play. Up on the top side, though, for that airstrike comes down as Lunar gets caught off by Sanford. Karltzy. A big bomb onto 3 members. JP now locking onto Pagu. As Lunar looks for Karltzy in the back end. Can he chase him down? Oh! Looking for the last hit, but no! Karltzy catches him in a 1v1.
Of Aurora Gaming's picks everywhere on the map. Sanji, he gets away. They want it all in.
Second, Sanji, they don't want to let him get away. TNZ looking for the pushback. Out comes the RWM with 2 members caught in, but TNZ finally finds Sanji. And now TNZ continues to unleash chaos onto the members, but Pagu's on his own. Karltzy showed up to save the day as Oheb jumps under the tower. Rosa, one more tower shot, but it's not enough. A nice falling Star Moon lands on a JP.
The ultimate, and now he's gonna go rampage with a Lord charge in.
Bird unleashes the beast once again, decides not to dive in, but in comes Oheb with a shifting cloud, does lock on to Siggy Boom, pushes him back, it's an all-in. Oheb falls, TNZ able to get the kill as Sanford continues to unleash chaos onto Lunar. Lunar back onto the base, Siggy Boom caught off. And Team Liquid only lose 1.
RWM?
RWM onto Rosa, feathered airstrike stolen, Karltzy gets the kill.
Oh, that was a panic from Rosa. Pops into feather airstrike right as you're caught by the RWM, and now they have just 1 base turret. TNZ help defend. Mountain Shocker does not land. Sanford in the backside, able to get the Terrify onto TNZ. Dashes in. Maybe caught into a bad spot. They're trying to stun him. 1 more tower shot. Sanford almost still standing. With a Hilda, with a dangerous grass lady.
Okay. Speaking of.
Karltzy should be able to get away from this. Rosa's trying to pincer him.
Oh
my God, Karltzy! He goes down, but he takes Rosa with him, and in comes Lunar. Sanji, JP, along with Sanford, want to lock on to Pagu here. Pagu's going to bite the bullet as Aurora gains.
Aurora and not allowing them to get out too much. They want to fight.
In the Thunder mode, gets a lot of damage on a Siggy Boom. Comes in, more damage on a TNZ. The Steed comes out. That airstrike drops down. Sanford in the back line. Just pushing Aurora Gaming away. As Lord comes in, TNZ brings out the Steed, tries to get the push back onto JP. Down to the boss side, Siggy Boom gets caught. Onto Karltzy, trying to get him. Siggy Boom, Lunar there as well. The bomb misses, and now Sanford's in the midst. Lord onto the base. Oheb up against 4. Sanji, Sanford want to try to close the gap.
A really good job from Aurora Gaming at trying to focus on Karl!
Nice fist crack, but Sanford able to flick back along with Sanji. They're going to look for the re-engage. Karltzy shows up as well. The Phantom Seed comes out and Sanford continues to shoot. Oheb down.
Karl gonna be caught with feather airstrike. Rosa!
Karltzy taken out. Sanford as well. Aurora Gaming trying to turn this game around. It's
To help you, or you need to just form, but they're sneaking it.
A lot of damage though onto Oheb. Shifty Cloudsy is able to get away. Lord goes over to Karltzy, but Oheb brought low with the fist crack. TNZ able to find it. They jump onto Sanji. Sanji has to disengage. Karltzy has to disengage, but Lunar's on the backside. The bomb misses, but a few more shots. Can he get the kill? Sanji finally falls. Siggy Boom up for Karltzy. Aurora Gaming don't want to give up.
The magic damage as Rora Sanford!
He takes out Lunar. But Sanford, it's now a 2v2. Pagu, TNZ up against JP and Sanford. Where is Siggy Boom right now? He's got to get involved into this. The falling Star Moon is not there, but he's able to lock on to Sanford here. JP and Sanford have to back off as Aurora Gaming go back to defend the base.
It's an evolved Lord.
Though.
Huh?
Oh, they're setting up so much late.
Shocker. Plus the shifting clouds. Oheb trying to make the play, but in comes Rosa once again with the feather airstrike, and Siggy Boom is still standing. And Immortality does pop. Sanji,
oh my god.
But he's unable to catch enough. Sanford locks in the backside, but he's unable to catch just yet. Lunar pops the winner crown. Karltzy gonna get the final hit, but wait, no, Lunar does finally drop.
Now it's gonna be Pagu very low. Rosa in the back line gonna be handled by Sanford.
Pagu now has to watch his friends fall. Siggy Boom there as well with the falling star. Trying to lock on to Sanji, but it's just not enough. At this point, the full team wipeout will happen, and Team will finally take the dub. Karltzy with the savage.
Ice cold winner crown from Team Liquid.
Yeah, without...
Hey.
Oh, wait!
Comes the bully, JP comes in. Is he able to get away? To take a lot of damage on the JP, the shadow kill, TNZ with first blood. He's just able to, he does lose the purple buff over to Karltzy, but still, at least he finds some revenge. Now Sanford taking a little bit of damage.
I feel like Aurora Gaming should have been more, wait, maybe we talk about that later.
The dragon on TNZ, TNZ instantly taken out. A tsunami slam from Pagu. Karltzy wants more, gonna come in. Lock on to Pagu, Sanji showing up to the party as well. Pagu decimated, taken out, wiped off the map. A double kill into the hands of Karltzy.
Wait, Lunar?
Sanford in trouble. Lunar trying to find something. Hopefully he can pick it up. Yes, Lunar gets the solo kill up against 40.
Who's the Apex Predator now? Especially after last game. Oh, Sanford.
Oh! Flash on to TNZ. TNZ's not going to get out of this one. Siggy Boom does show up. Get some nice damage on a JP. Looking for one more shot. Pagu unable to connect with a Tsunami Slam. Rosa as well. JP gets away safely. Finally, Tsunami Slam does come on to Sanford.
Wow.
Takes some more chip damage from Rosa. He tries to dash back. Gets back to the turtle.
And just earlier now when he used it and did a couple mistakes on the Sora, but that was already the Tsunami Slam.
Sanford!
Now that's more like the Apex Predator. JP!
Nice way the dragon does connect onto Pagu. Feather airstrike as well. Shifting clouds keep Karltzy under the tower. JP now trying to run away as Pagu. Rosa want to try to refight this out.
Oh no.
Masanji and Sanford and all the rest of the team have showed up, and the taunt happens, and JP gets the kill. Now Rosa and Pagu in a bad situation. Turtle up in 3 seconds. Team Liquid gonna reposition.
Lunar probably didn't want to reposition there.
Sanji!
Oh, they walk right into it. A stun and a final slash, and Sanford.
Yep.
We might just have to go for our comfort picks. Oh, JP again?
Okay.
Clouds on a JP, brings him under the tower, but Sanford showed up in the nick of time, but a shadow kill able to get it now. Sanford in a bad spot as well, brought down to about 20%. This is the final slash, and it's one hot on to Sanford. They can't get the kill, but the airstrike comes out. What time? Sanford finally goes down. Pagu with Tsunami Slam onto Sanji.
Oheb!
Karltzy looking for a target. Blazing Duet from Oheb.
Much easier access to these members of Liquid who they're yet to shut down. That's Oheb, that's Sanji. And speaking of,
JP brought in the midst. There was no escape from that one.
Even with the flicker, TNZ already had the quad shadow, and he went shadow kill Lunar.
Team Clouds on a Karltzy and Oheb in the face of a feathered airstrike, and the damage is too much.
that should have been an opening. There was no retry for Team Liquid.
Siggy Boom!
Wait a second, Pagu. Sanji takes out Pagu. OHEB has gotten the kill, but Siggy Boom finds Sanji. Karltzy now in control of the Lord Pit.
All mistake from Lunar. How much of a gold lead they built? Final slash!
Bird!
He wasn't really visible, and then boom! JP!
Into the backside with a kick, but it's the wrong way and sees Tsunami Slam. Back to the base, Immortality does pop. Sanford's gonna try to help him out. A shifting clouds though, make sure Sanford kill. Feathered Airstrike does come down, Lunar forces it back up. Trying to lock onto Sanji.
Whoa.
Does get away on the top side though, OHEB with a BMI back.
Such great timing.
Nice stun.
Yeah. Okay. Speaking of, JP spots out where Aurora Gaming is gonna come from.
Play, quick movements from Aurora Gaming. Lunar comes with a shifting clouds, but the knockup happens! And Aurora Gaming is shoved in their face. Back away from the Lord. Lunar taken out. Team Liquid going to advance.
2 members down, a Lord taken by the Chef. Team Liquid are looking for the end in game number 3 for match point.
Yup, they lost Tienzi and Lunar, 2 of probably the most important heroes you could rely on for your defense.
AP with a big kick lands on Pagu. OHEB gonna get some more shots off. Pagu goes down next. It's Siggy Boom and Rosa up against the Stampede. A Lord coming down the mid side. OHEB locks on a Siggy Boom. Siggy Boom trying to do something, but he just can't do it. Karltzy and Sanji lock on the base, and that's game 2 for Team Liquid.
Assassin threat from Tienzi could be more. Now it's that up top.
Magic on OHEB. OHEB might not be able to get away from this one. He's gonna live though. The deadly magic was enough. Tienzi wants to try to finish it, but he goes too deep and he's taken out. First blood over to Sanji.
Based out the way he did. Now that's another.
Pagu forced to use the flicker. He's gonna lock on to JP. Tienzi comes in. Deadly magic as well, but still just not enough damage from Aurora Gaming. RWM does come down from Rosa. No final shot on the JP. Team Liquid gets away.
Not even a robe, he really just wanted to go for damage. Oh wait.
Nice grab onto Sanford. Final slash though to response, and in comes Sanji and the rest of the team in a huge sandstorm on to Aurora Gaming. Sanford is taken out, the Lunar able to get the kill. JP as well. Karltzy finds Lunar, but it's a 2-for-1 right now. Pagu.
But he's getting poked down by Sanford here. Oh, they go for the setup.
Whoa! Oh, nice RWM onto Sanji, forced to flicker back. As Siggy Boom continues to attack onto OHEB. OHEB able to take out Lunar, and Karltzy dashes in with a shadow kill. But the group up saves them all together.
There, and Karltzy, you cannot distract this guy. Yeah, you...
So much mobility that it bypasses that escape tool.
Sanford once again with a huge final slash. In comes Sanji. The shifting clouds, but it's not enough. Rosa. OHEB taken out as OHEB threads through, but Siggy Boom jumps into the midst of it and takes out Sanji and OHEB. It's one, but in comes Karltzy. The final hit onto Sanford. Siggy Boom still in the back line. 3-for-1.
I mean, team, I agree. That just felt like complete disrespect. Radiant Sandstorm on Tienzi.
See? Magic Trick's back. Out comes the RWM, and Rosa catches 3 with the shifting clouds as well from Lunar. Karltzy come in. He's looking for the shadow kill, but he's just stuck right now. Has to dash back. Sanford's gonna be the next on the block as Karltzy falls next. And Aurora Gaming are looking to even the score.
Here, so again, I would like to have that Pagu.
He's gonna get pulled back. It's gonna be enough to take him out. The final deadly magic comes
Wow!
And a beautiful RWM to keep TL at bay. They claimed.
Okay. They might just be
Lunar!
for that. Oh.
Beautiful shifting clouds. Karltzy's gone as Siggy Boom jumps into the backside. A blazing duet from OHEB, but it is defensive. Pagu's looking for the next target, and Sanji's off the map as well. Sanford, one of the last 2 members standing, will not stand.
Have to rely on the way.
Why? Pagu? He flickered.
Oh!
Get pulled back. JP with the Raging Sandstorm. RWM is canceled. What? Clouds from Lunar. JP just can't get the kill as Tienzi continues to creep forward. But OHEB backside with a blazing duet plus a winner crown, but still nobody drops just yet.
Tienzi gonna go in. Siggy Boom with the damage with the curtain call. OHEB able to flicker out.
JP here. Sanford and Sanji.
Oh!
Wasted out. A beautiful winner crown from Sanji.
Yeah.
PL now has control over the Lord Pit.
They gotta go for it. Pagu, no divine judgment. RWM.
The end does come down. Pagu looking at it as well. Karltzy able to take the Lord though. And Pagu's shredded down, but a blazing duet. He does pop. JP in the backside looking for Tienzi. Pagu there as well as Siggy Boom and Sanji in the 1v1. Lunar with the shifting clouds, but may go down. Karltzy taking this game into his team's hands.
Ways to actually still survive. Who has the Winter Crowns? Who has the Immortalities before he actually commits?
Ooh, JP into the back. A nice final slash for the RWM comes out. Lunar still standing. Sanford goes down first as Pagu jumps into the middle to keep Team Liquid zoned away. The Ward does crash into the base. JP Oheb, the blazing duet in the backside. Oheb! He takes out Rosa Karltzy. Ziggy Boom down. Team Liquid break through the base, and it's nothing but Pagu and TNZ. Team Liquid Philippines, the cavalry rages on!
And the charge of the cavalry continue in the lower brackets.
Oh my goodness!
They bend, but they do not break.
We thought Aurora already had it. They were slowly finding the right targets. They were forcing the fights close to their turrets, and the real-world manipulations were always on point. And JP almost felt as if he couldn't do anything anymore.
Really got to give props to Aurora Gaming Turkey though, because they performed out of their minds in game number 4. It ended up being 3-1. But really, it's all about those little things, the experience that comes into play, and the clutch factor of Team Liquid. It's always kind of their thing, you know, like they will look weird sometimes because they always take that gamble. Whether they're winning, whether they're losing, that early game was definitely weird for Team Liquid, but